So I'm Eileen Tull, and I am currently touring a one-woman show about life, love, and Harrison Ford movies. And I've toured it all around Chicago, so it's in different spaces, bars and cafes and comic book shops and bookstores. So it's really great. You should go to visit eileentull.com to see a show. I'm doing one on Thursday at Bucket of Blood. I forgot all my postcards like an idiot, so I don't have anything to give you. But this is the beginning. We'll do like a snippet of the show, and this is the beginning of the show. And so, like I said, it's an autobiographical one. Oh, hi. Is this where you can get a ticket to the Indiana Jones marathon? Oh, thank goodness, because I am so excited about this. I'm a really big Harrison Ford fan. I'm a really big Harrison Ford fan. I like him a lot. He's the guy. You know, he's America's guy. He's definitely my guy. But do you know there's not an option to buy tickets on your website? Which, if you're asking me, and you're not, but if you were asking me, I think that's a mistake, because people like me who try to look ahead, who try to plan their future, they can't, because they don't have the security of just buying a ticket, making that plan, writing in pen over those penciled in dates on their calendar. We just have to assume that when we show up day of, that a ticket will still be available to us. If we take a chance, a blind leap of faith, and just pray that the optically hidden stone bridge will be there in the form of one general admission ticket, well then we won't be left out in the cold. We can still go in, we won't die alone, we can still experience all that fantastic Indiana Jones action that we've been looking forward to for longer than I feel comfortable telling you. My therapist is on vacation. One ticket. I thought that would be obvious from all the talking at you. Just one. I'm flying solo tonight. Flying solo. And when I fly solo, I make the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. Just kidding. I usually go to a bookstore or watch a movie or something. Yeah, so with one adult ticket, not that I feel like an adult, but... Oh, great, thank you so much. Now, do we take a break, or we just keep on trucking through all three movies? No break, thank you. 4? All 4? So this includes the Crystal Skull Shia LaBeouf fridge nuking one? Okay. Do I have to stay for that? Could I just leave after the third one? Oh, no, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't respect the canon. It's just that I would rather pretend that one never existed. It's a real thing that happened in the world. It got my man Harrison Ford a paycheck. He collects helicopters. Those aren't cheap. Kate Blanchett is a solid villain. It was good to see Karen Allen back on screen, Marion and Indy reunited. But aliens? Mutt Williams? Enough CGI to kill a small CGI horse?
Oh.
I would just rather pretend that it didn't exist at all. Kind of like every ex-boyfriend I've ever had, or have currently. And I have them in the present as ex-boyfriends, but they used to be just boyfriends, not all at once, but throughout. There are some people who are able to stay friends with their exes, or they work together, or they are just able to be around each other in a civil way. I am not one of those people. I am like Danny Glover in Witness. Let's destroy every shred of evidence that a failed relationship ever happened. I'm not gonna like kill their families. I have trouble remembering what I learned and trouble keeping those people in my life, because when a relationship doesn't work out, it's because it doesn't work. I have my fair share of failed relationships, a string, not a huge pile. And I don't want to say that it's Harrison Ford's fault. But he is a lot to live up to. See, I have loved Harrison Ford ever since I could remember knowing what love was. I practically came out of the womb watching Star Wars. Growing up, my siblings and I knew every note of the 21st Century Fox theme song. Dun da 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 ba-da-da-da, bum-ba-da-ba, da-da-da-da, bum-ba-da-ba, da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba. We would read aloud the blue text that set the stage for our journey a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And then we would hold our breath as the screen faded to black. We wildly anticipated it, that sudden trumpet burst that would simultaneously summon that iconic yellow text to jettison in from somewhere behind you. Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, bum, psh, bum. And the saga begins, and this world unfolded, this world of excitement and adventure and Jedi magic. The characters spoke to me. I identified with Luke. I felt I was also stuck in my small town, but destined for greatness. I identified with Leia because she was the only female character in the entire series. Mon Mothma doesn't count. Aunt Beru was burnt to a crisp after just a handful of lines. But Han Solo, I was in love. Tight pants, his gun belt carelessly slung around his waist, and that half smile. He was confident, he was clever, he was a tall, strong white man with brown hair. That's always been my type. And as I sat there and I watched these movies over and over again, I started to realize what romantic attraction was. That Han and Leia pushed their mouths so hard together in that tiny little room in the Millennium Falcon, that they worked and fought together in the final battle on the farthest moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi. I grew up, as we all hate doing. I was always boy crazy, but never very actively, because it all kind of exists in my mind and then fizzles when reality turns out to be less exciting than the fantasy. I've always been very intense about my feelings. So if I'm going to get involved with someone or something or some movie franchise, I am going to dive way, way in. So I'm careful about the steps I take toward intimacy. I mean, in the Latin alphabet, Jehovah begins with an I. So watch your step. Last Crusade, give it a rewatch. But then there was high school. By that time, I wanted a boyfriend so badly. I wanted to be loved so badly. I wanted to feel the way that Han felt for Leia, and vice versa. But, it was hard. Nobody ever measured up to Harrison Ford. Not only is he Han Solo, he's Indiana Jones. Which, watching those movies explains a lot of the religious fervor that dominated my youth. Yeah, if the wrath of God includes getting your face melted off, I'm going to go to church every Sunday. Be very, very quiet. But Harrison, he's always been more than just those characters. He is America's guy. Even when I was young, I knew he wasn't like the other flash-in-the-pan hunk of the week movie stars. He has staying power. He's the common thread of my childhood. He's our guy, you know, he's a combination father figure, sex symbol, and personal inspiration. So when I say that Harrison Ford is my guy, I don't just mean that I think he's like hot or handsome, although he really is like the most. He's got like all of this that you're gonna want in a. No, I think that it's his ability to be so traditionally masculine without caring about anyone's definition of masculinity. He doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. But it's also that Harrison and I are intertwined. He pops up into my life and into my relationships at just the right moment. Or at just the wrong moment. Which then when you look back on it, it turns out that was the right moment. Thank you.
Eileen Tull, everybody, thank you so much for sharing. Eileen, I love your stories. And you can continue to watch her all over the city until the end of November. Just go to eileentull.com for more bad dates.